Morning all. It's Sunday the 3rd of December 2023, the day when the 4 north towers of Fiddler's Ferry get demolished. The time is currently 7:59, which means sun rises in 6 minutes, and the window for demolition is said to be between 8 and 12 PM, which is midday. So starting here in Orford, we're going to have a walk down to Fiddler's Ferry, and hopefully we won't miss the blast that will change the landscape forever. We'll start off by crossing Orford Park, which was once home to Orford Hall, I believe, just over there where the player is. Not very much happening down here at this time of morning, I must say. As you can see, had a nice little dusting of snow in the night. Not quite as much as a lot of places in the country, I believe, but still. As per usual, the little reindeer here is fast asleep with the walking motion again. Just about to leave the park now and take East Avenue on a bit of a zigzag through the suburbs of Warrington. It's mad that once upon a time, just over here where the park is, used to be a hall probably as beautiful as Speke Hall or Bramall Hall, but for whatever reason it didn't withstand the ravages of time. You may be wondering why I brought the pram. Just while for the minute I've got the baby strapped on me, I can use it to carry stuff, like my big zoom lens, plus my drink and my stollen. Our mummy, bless her, is down at the famous Warrington car boot sale, making us a couple of quid. There's a lad I went to school with, lives on this street actually, one of many Andrews in our primary school class at Bleak Hill. He once said feel free to knock on randomly, but at 8 AM on a Sunday morning, I don't think that'll go down too well. Over to the left here you've got St Benedict's Church, quite an impressive old thing. Probably feels old school round here, doesn't it? Like old photos from the 1960s. Let's just stop for a second to say two of my very favourite shops in all of Orford are just on the main road there behind me. The first is Manic Miner's Toy Shop, an avid collector like me who turned his hobby into a business. You go into his shop and I'm not kidding, it's like going into a museum from his childhood in the 1980s. And then just over the road you've got the Polski Sklep Wisła, which is just fantastic. You can tell we're getting near to the rugby ground when you see signs like this. This little alleyway through the somewhat newer houses takes us on to Brickfields Park, and we're pretty much at the centre of Warrington then. I am somewhat gutted because there's an aerial runway behind me, but with a little one strapped to me, not really feasible. But there you go, I've got a giant rugby ball for our pleasure. Decent little park to be fair. Considering the current temperature is only 0 degrees, not cold at all. Could even say I'm sweating. Great to just get the body moving in it, get the blood flowing. The old church there opposite is actually an indoor climbing centre nowadays. Warrington Wolves, the Wire. The name The Wire apparently comes from wire pullers, a name given to the club in the early days because it was a major industry in the town. Oh. And check out the pub here, the Red Lion. They don't make them like that anymore. And then just a bit further on you've got the Rodney as well, another old historic pub of Warrington. I honestly didn't plan this, but this road to my left Dalham Lane is where my ancestor, John Barton, that we mentioned on the last video, my great-great-great-great-grandfather, was living in 1841 before he moved to opposite Fiddler's Ferry. Can't not show you the census. 1841, here we go. There he is, age 15, MS, which apparently means male servant. Living with John Bate, a farmer, and his wife Elizabeth. How were they related? I'll have to look into this when I get home. Would have looked an awful lot different back then though. Would have been all fields down here. Behind me is St Albans Church. What a beauty. Seems to be quite old bit of Warrington, this. Some fantastic old architectural gems. Very Georgian. Now, given that we've walked for an hour, I think we'll have a stop and have a bit to eat before we carry on. Just over here is Warrington's Golden Square Shopping Centre, where we went yesterday. Proper bustling. I just don't like Christmas shopping, if I'm honest. But there was a great atmosphere. Proper little Christmas market down by the old fish market. When you compare it to some other local town centres that are completely dead, it's a win for Warrington. That is Warrington Town Hall, surrounded by a beautiful park. It was originally named Bank Hall when it opened in 1750. And for anyone not familiar with Warrington Town Hall, if you get the chance, come down and check out the gates at the front. They're a marvel. Complete with an old water fountain and everything. Here we are, the famous Golden Gates. The time is now 9 o'clock. Not heard any big bangs. Let's see if we can find out any progress. You're supposedly able to watch the demolition live online, but can't seem to find the website, to be honest. So we'll just keep on walking. Just hiding in the mist over to our left, at the back of Warrington Bank Station, is the Unilever factory where they make soap, I think. Really? Scruffy gets, put your stuff in the bin. Honestly, don't make them like they used to, do they? These big weird fish on the side. As we take a left down here, we will actually rejoin the River Mersey at the point where I finished my video, where I cycled to Warrington Transporter Bridge. Just over to our right here is a World War I memorial. In memory of the men of this firm who died for their country in the Great Wars, potentially erected by Unilever. The famous Warrington pink eye mural, painted 24 years ago, a somewhat famous landmark for the town. Wouldn't really look amiss in Eastern Europe. I felt weird doing this last time, to be honest. This is an actual valid footpath that goes through the Unilever plant. And here guys, we're seeing a bit of the River Mersey together that we never actually saw on the Mersey Walk. Can we not get through here like my map suggests? Bugger. Well, that's a pain. Means we're going to have to go round. It looks as though we're going to have to take Old Liverpool Road as far as Soapy Hands car wash. Shame really. Always nice to rejoin the Mersey. Bramall Street, what are the odds? We were just in Bramall recently. Bit of a bin man strike going on at the minute here in Warrington. Been going on since before this little one was born. Hopefully, before Christmas, they'll come and take all our bin bags off the drive. Dead misty this morning, but I'm wondering on a normal day at what point we could see the Fiddler's Ferry Towers. Let's try again. Oh no! I just heard a massive bang. I think we've missed it, babe. Just sounded like a big rumble and a firework. 9:35. Goodbye Fiddler's Ferry Towers. Can't believe we missed it. Shit. So there you go. We've walked 4 miles this morning. The reason we've come out, well, we've missed it. Should we just head home, little one? So, we've had a little chat, me and neighbour Lily. Not going to bother with the power station now, it's gone. And what I'm thinking is we could just walk up the Sankey Valley Trail. It turns out we're at a place called Gatesworth, which is an industrial estate, and it's just down this road that we get to Sankey Bridges and join the Sankey Valley Trail. Another recycling centre. We did a trip to ours yesterday before doing a walk around the Woolston Eyes. Intricate little setup of 1, 2, 3 bridges. Over Sankey Brook here. Can't beat an early morning walk. It's always exciting to see where you end up, because nothing in life ever goes to plan, does it? Welcome to Sankey Bridges. I seem to remember passing by here with James and Steve that day when we were walking the Mersey past Fiddler's Ferry. We did. Look, all the water's frozen here where the water would normally be gushing over the edge. Normally this morning we would have continued down there, but that's just the way the cookie crumbles, eh? Wonder if this is ever used anymore. Lots of old architectural history and heritage here. What we'll do is we'll walk up as far as Bewsey and then follow Long Lane back home, I think. Potentially a nice little dogging spot. A lot nicer in the summer obviously, but still very pleasant this winter morning. 5 miles this morning. Actually pretty disappointed with the snow, to be honest. The weathermen promised so much and then can't exactly get our sledges out, can we? A little robin redbreast here on the branch. Such a fantastic little winter scene. Following the Strava map, it says that this is the footpath to follow along the canal. Maybe the anti-shake on the GoPro is doing its job and you can't tell it and bouncing up and down like a madhead. Or maybe you can. It's at times like these that you're best off pulling the pram instead of pushing it. There you go. That path was hard work with a pram. Shag now. And still over an hour's walk from home. I think what we'll do is cross to the other side of the canal, because there's actually a paved footpath on that side. As a young teenager, I'd often come down here with a friend of mine called Chris on our bikes and cycle all the way down the Sankey from Carmill. And it was usually at this point that we'd take that road here, then back up to Clockface into St Helens. At 9 miles from St Helens, it's as my nan would say, it's a first scotch. Pleasant little spot for a drink of milk. Here, looking at the swans. One lady even went as far as to say as, "You're doing a grand job, aren't you, babe?" Okay, we've turned around now so we can see where we're going, haven't we, Babu? It's a moorhen, isn't it? I think. Can you see it? See the birdie? Yeah. Anyone here ever seen Total Recall, the original with Arnold Schwarzenegger? And they go meet that fella and on his belly there's a little creature. Six miles. Look, what's this here? We're going under a big old bridge, aren't we? We've got you okay in there. You warm enough, yeah? What are you saying? Drop back off again now after a feed. To be honest, I just want to get home, put my feet up on a settee and get warm again with a cup of tea. Just as we walk through this part of Warrington, let me tell you, for the uninitiated, Gulliver's World, a theme park, is over there to your left. Pretty good one for the kids, to be honest. All good fun. How do all my walks end up in woods full of dog walkers, eh? Mad bunch. Oh, chasing a bit of tail there. Don't know what's noisier, the ducks or the dogs. Wouldn't you just absolutely love to take a time machine back and see what used to go on here in the past? People in their old fashion, in their top hats, transporting coal up and down with horses pulling barges and what have you and whatnot. Just look at the pure history that surrounds us every day. So obsessed with looking at history and stuff. Gone completely off track, but not to worry. It's a beautiful day and this young lady is far from being cold, snuggled up in my coat. Guys, one place I forgot to show you back there near the ducks and swans is the maze, the Sankey Valley maze. 3.5 hours later, 7 miles walked. We're still out and about. Can't beat it, can you? And getting home and snuggling up will feel all the more special because we've earned it this Sunday morning. Right everybody, as we leave the Sankey Valley Trail between Callans and Dalham, crossing the Sankey Brook one last time. I don't know how much more you guys want to watch a middle-aged man wander around in the cold, so we'll call it a day. For those of you who do enjoy the channel, thank you. Have a good afternoon. Take care.